Moving right along. We're going to get a little bit of good news here. Ron Paul went fucking savage on Dr. Fauci.
That's how winning is done.
Calling for charges in his connection with the Wuhan lab. Because that's where the most likely where the virus is coming from, according to the news. We don't really know yet, but I mean, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a motherfucking duck. He went ham, fucking ham on Fauci. Fauci lied to Congress, and then he tried to lie again when got called out for it by Brown Paul.
Winning?
But
No.
that's not a fucking gain of function research, even though it fucking the definition I read to you that this meets is your motherfucking definition. Fucking savage.
Winning.
Let's get into this. Ron Paul seeks criminal investigation of Dr. Fauci after Senate tussle. Ron Paul has said he will push for a criminal probe into Dr. Anthony Fauci following his heated exchange with the infectious disease chief at the Senate hearing on Tuesday. The Kentucky senator claims that the infectious disease chief lived before Congress about funding for a Chinese lab that some have linked to the COVID-19 pandemic. Paul argues that the National Institute of Health, NIH, funded so-called gain-of-function research, a process involved enhancing a virus in the lab to study a potential impact in the real world at a lab in Wuhan. And according to all the documents that Ron Paul had, they did fund gain-of-function research at the Wuhan lab. In stern response, Fauci said, Senator Paul, you do not know what you're talking about. Senator Paul is a motherfucking doctor. The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, director also told the Senate hearing that the research Paul referred to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain-of-function research. It meets your definition of gain-of-function research. You're under investigation. Your staff up and down the chain can't just turn around and say it doesn't meet gain-of-function research, so you stop paying the fucking price for your fuck-up code.
You suck.
You're gonna get punished for this. This is your fucking fault, not the Chinese. Your fault.
You suck.
Well, people working at the lab, but everybody involved in that. Your fault. NIH and NIAID have said that supported grants to research viruses in bats and mammals have never been approved by grants supporting gain-of-function research on coronavirus that would have increased their transmissibility or lethality for humans. However, Paul doubled down on his accusations to Fox News, telling anchor Sean Hannity that under Fauci's leadership, the NIH funded the Wuhan lab, and that he is at least tangentially responsible for the severity of the pandemic, and it's fucking true. I will be sending a letter to the Department of Justice asking for a criminal referral because he lied to Congress, he told Hannity on Tuesday night, and this is fucking winning. You fascist piece of human trash.
You suck.
You fucking killing piece of shit. We shouldn't be listening to the government about this. Go to your doctor. Your fucking doctor. Not the TV doctor, your doctor that actually knows your health.
That's how winning is done.
And if you don't trust that doctor, find one that you do. I'm sure they're out there. And if they're not in your area, move someplace else. They might be in that area, but you can find your community where you'll trust your doctor, and your doctor will give you the best advice that you can get. We have scientists that while line up by the dozens to say the research he was funding was gain of function, Paul said, accusing Fauci of trying to cover his tracks and to cover his connection to Wuhan lab. Paul added that there is still some conjecture as to whether or not COVID-19 came from the lab, but insisted Fauci was lying about funding gain of function research and should be punished. True. Absolutely true. You should not be able to lie in an official hearing.
Stop fucking lying.
Fauci gave a robust defense on Tuesday to Paul's claims. He told the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee, I totally resent the lie you are now propagating, Senator. Those viruses are molecularly impossible to result in SARS-CoV-2, Fauci added. You are implying what we did was responsible for the deaths of individuals. If anybody is lying here, Senator, it is you. That is not what he did. He said that you funded the gain-of-function research. Newsweek has conducted the NIAID and Senator Paul's office for comment, and I do believe it came from the lab. I don't really care what anybody says. It's the most plausible theory right now. May, President Joe Biden called for origins of the disease to be investigated and a report back in 90 days. The most common theory is that the virus originated in animals, possibly bats, and was passed on to humans. That's not the most common theory, Newsweek. It's not. The most common theory is lab. Fauci has been a target of Republican criticism over Biden's administration approach to the pandemic. It has gained traction following the release of his emails, which have been interpreted by critics as calling into question what he knew about gain-of-function research. Yeah, this dude's a lying sack of human garbage, and he should fucking pay for it. Government officials are not above you. You are above them. They work for you, not the other way around. They fucking work for you. And it's time we started acting accordingly. These are acts of war. The government doesn't care what you think, and they're going to step on your rights. They're going to try and force this medical fascist garbage on your ass. Any fascist garbage needs to be actively resisted. You need to fill your days with fucking acts of defiance every single day. Legal acts of defiance. Do what fucking Britain was doing. Get in the streets in the number of millions and fucking, hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in your fascist wall coming down. Down, bow, bow, bow. Fuck your wall, bitch.
You suck.
At least we don't want all around the world they're waving the American flag, singing our anthem and cheering. They don't want, no human beings don't want this fascist garbage.
Winning? No. You suck.
But we all know they're doing this fascist garbage, but none of us are out there doing anything about it.
Winning? No.
There are plenty of legal things we could be doing about it right fucking now.
Just do it.
Go to your motherfucking meetings.
Just do it.
March in the fucking streets.
Just do it.
Homeschool your kids.
Just do it. That's how winning is done.
Active acts of legal defiance, civilly legal defiance.
That's how winning is done. Just do it. Do it.
If we don't deserve our rights. Our rights are only available as long as we defend them, as long as we fight to support them. And right now they're coming for them one by one by one by one. This type of fascist garbage got to end. We can't let this Nazi-level fuckery continue. This Nazi-level fuckery has continued so much that they called us Nazi to desensitize the term, and then they literally started committing our acts of Nazism. I'm just fucking saying.